Hello, it's Todd and Ingrid here from Love First 365. I want to talk today about intimacy and lovemaking. It's something that people shy away from talking about, but it is a thing that needs to be talked about. And for me, I know that I came into our marriage not the most sexual person. I believe that it stemmed from my childhood, like my mom and dad. I don't know exactly where in my childhood, but we never really talked about it. We never talked about it in a way that it was positive. We always talked about sex in a way that was negative. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it,
Or men just always want sex.
Or men just always want sex. So I believe that I came into our marriage not being very open to sex, as I should be in terms of covenant and being with my husband. And I remember that I did a lot of withholding, and only because I just didn't want to. And, I just didn't want to, especially after I had kids. I felt like I didn't want to. And I remember one day Todd said to me, okay, now, if I go look at somebody else, don't be mad because you are withholding from me way too much. And at that time, I had to look at myself, and I really had to pray and ask the Lord to help me. And I began to look at my man the way I looked at him when I first met him. His bow legs, he's cute. And, what turned me on then, I had to tap into that so that I could do what I needed to do to please my man, honestly. And ultimately to please myself, because I realized along the way that making love to my husband was pleasing to me. Also, I have a mentor who told me every time you have sexual relations with your husband, you're renewing, sealing, and making more solid your covenant that you have with him in marriage. When I heard that, I was like, okay, I ain't gonna just back my booty up, let him just do a little bit. No, I'm going to go all in because I want to make my covenant strong. And I want you, can you tell us something?
So let me say this. I don't want anyone to think what I said to you was right.
Oh, yeah, no.
For me to say, don't get mad if I'm looking at someone, right? That was not a mature thing to do.
Absolutely.
But that was where I was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think what needs to happen is we need to understand that your body does not belong to you.
Yes.
And my body does not belong to me.
Absolutely.
And when the Bible describes Adam and Eve coming together, it says they knew each other. It doesn't use the word sex. It said they knew each other. That word knew means what you discussed or said earlier is intimacy. It's a deep knowing, a deep understanding, and a deep intimacy. And I think for many of us, we don't explore what we need from each other sexually. So after, we've been married for 15 years and let's say 10 years and you've had 2 kids and
yes,
you're 5 years older than me. No, not a big deal. But I had to understand that your body was changing, your hormones, you had things going on, right? And I had to be understanding. So I needed to take a step back and say to you, what do you need from me that's sexually pleasing, right?
Yeah.
And you need to understand that. And you need to never stop having those conversations because people evolve, people change. Change is not a bad thing. You just have to talk about what that change is and what you need from each other and how do we mutually please each other in terms of intimacy.
Yeah, because rubbing my left butt cheek after 10 years didn't work anymore. And we had to figure it out. And we learned from our mentors that we need to have discovery. We need to intentionally tend to each other in a way that it makes each other happy. It is an intentionality that I believe couples don't do. We have life be lifing, we have kids, women have menopause, and all kinds of things happen. But the making love part of your relationship is a covenant sealing, foundationally strong thing. And we have to work on it because I want to please my man. I want to please him. I want him to please me. I want him to please me not only in the bedroom, but everywhere. And I think that couples don't talk and think about intimacy in a way where all day long it is building so that the climax can be love making.
Right.
I believe on both ends. I believe women don't think about it as much, most women. And we are too busy doing everything else. And I had to intentionally stop doing that, turn my brain off the best I could, and say, okay, it's time for me to satisfy my man. So we just want to talk about it this week. We're going to come back and say some more things, but this little segment is over. Make sure you follow us on all of our platforms. We'll post them there and underneath this post, and you can see the full video on YouTube. All right. Make sure you guys go to Love First.
Love first.